her early, I would say 17 or so. She came over here.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, then, and then she met your dad and married, and along came little Amanda.
Yes.
So, Amanda, tell me about your journey as a Christian and the calling on your heart to begin the Gym Project. Tell us about your journey as a Christian first.
All right. Well, I was brought up in the church. That's one thing that my mother tried to do, to bring her children in the church, because she went through a lot as a woman. Now, both my parents are not together as of now. I've pretty much been living under a single-parent household for the majority of my my childhood. And so she used to always call on to God for help, and witnessing that at a younger age and being a child and seeing us go through and overcome our obstacles just brought us closer to God, and that's why we always try to keep God first in our household and worship Him and give thanks, because we saw the result of that. So that's how pretty much my relationship with my religion is concerned. But I pretty much with that and how it relates to the GEM project, I would say growing up when I was a child, my mother she went to school full-time as a medical student, and I would witness that while she was working full-time as a nurse. And I didn't quite understand the sacrifice that she made. Now, this was a big sacrifice because as a child growing up, I felt a little neglected slightly because my mother she really didn't have any time. The little time that she did have, she would come home and study, and it would seem that the books kept piling up and the time was not that much. But when I actually understood when I went through high school and then I went through college, why she did the things that she did, and that was ultimately basically just to provide a better life for us. Cause I'm saying us because I'm the child, and I have two younger brothers, and one has autism.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it pretty much I didn't understand as a child, but as I grew up, I did understand that she needed to do what she had to do to ensure that we all had health insurance, that we were all taken care of. And
that's
so,
right.
Yeah, so she was one of my greatest role models, and she's the reason why I started the GEM Project.
Now, the GEM Project is?
Yes. The GEM Project is a nonprofit organization that really educates the youth, empowers the youth, brings awareness of different issues that affect the youth and their communities through the use of the different innovative programs that we have. Our programs are so unique with the GEM Project because it captivates while simultaneously educating them about an issue, while these programs, in addition to that, nurtures the entrepreneurial spirit, allows them to become community organizers and leaders within their society. And just to go back, when I say that my mother was the reason why I started it, is because during my sophomore year at Rutgers University, I would say it was I believe it was fall of 2005, I received a phone call while in my dorm room. And my mother called me up, and she told me to sit down somewhere because she had some news to tell me. And it wasn't a good news that she wanted to tell me at that time. So I was starting to get a little worried. And then she told me that she has invasive breast cancer. And if she didn't do something, and if she didn't do something soon, it will spread all over. And that's how bad it was. And it was just to thank God, really, that she was able to find it. And so during that time, I was pretty distraught. I didn't know what to do. It was just a time where my whole world was crumbling right before my eyes. It was, I can't even explain to you to feel like you have your life is somewhat going to be shattered in a matter of seconds. It was just incredible during that time.
It's devastating. It's devastating. And now your mom is she cancer free?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Praise God. Praise God.
And that's another reason why I praise God every day for all the things that He has done for me and my family. And
yes. Now, I know the In Gym Project, from what I could see, actually Amanda also has a short film, to educate people about what Gym Project is all about. And you have this wonderful component of Gym Project where you have women, I guess men too, I don't remember seeing men there, but I believe it's about breast cancer, since we're on the topic of breast cancer. They hold up these signs. Can you tell us about that portion of what you were doing and what message you were trying to send?
Okay. That's wonderful. That's what we devised that, and we call that the circulating showcase display. And now this is one of the 9 programs that the GEM Project has, and it was the first program that I initially started. Now, when I was coming up with the concept, first, the reason why explain the reason why I wanted to start the GEM Project, but I started researching more about breast cancer, and I found out certain things I was not aware of myself. I wasn't aware that it could occur in young people. And I always had that's where my passion kind of lied, the youth, and education, empowerment, and leadership. So I wanted to, instead of just feeling sorry about a bad situation, I wanted to be proactive, and I felt that the way I think is that, like, if I'm busy, if I'm doing something positive, it helps alleviate my pain. So,
yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's basically what I did. I wanted to change the dynamics of the way that young people were educated. I wanted to find a system where I can grab their attention and simultaneously educate them. So I devised...
and then motivate them.
Yes, that's very true. And so I devised the first stage of the circulating showcase, which is called the benefit photo shoot, where I had a nationwide casting call calling all young persons to come together at a location. It was usually a studio, and I had a GEM Project photographer come in who volunteered his services. His name is Rob Haig. He was actually at the achievement ceremony that you attended, and he was snapping away.
And he was a photographer. Okay.
Yes, I knew Rob for quite some time now. And so he came in to do photography with the different people who came, the young person who answered the casting call, and it was to be photographed. But it wasn't a typical photo shoot. These young individuals had to hold facts about breast cancer. And they had to hold facts that normally that were not necessarily brought to the public eye. And so Rob, he photographed the individuals, and then later we enlarged the photographs, 24 by inch color displayed, and then circulated and turned it into a showcase where we had these enlarged images featuring young persons holding up that fact and have it circulate at different institutions. Now, the GEM Project, so the showcase has been featured both at Rutgers University Newark campus and NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. So that's how that whole movement came initially. Now,
let me ask you a question. Do you think that through that particular initiative, more young people, young women and men, because men get breast cancer too, do you think more young women of college age are getting mammograms and are doing self-breast exams because of this?
Yes, I believe so. And it's funny that you also mentioned that young men can develop breast cancer, because that was we've had male participants at the first benefit photo shoot, and that